Interference of light. When two light waves of same frequency and having zero or constant phase difference traveling in the same direction superimpose each other, the intensity in the regions of superimposition gets redistributed, becoming maximum at some points and minimum at other points. This phenomenon is called interference of light. In this experiment, a source of monochromatic light illuminates a rectangular narrow slit S. S1 and S2 are two parallel narrow slits which are arranged symmetrically and parallel to slit S at a small distance from it. The separation between S1 and S2 is small and width of each slit is very small. An observation screen is placed at comparatively large distance from two slits. Then alternate bright and dark bands appears on the observation screen. These are called interference fringes. According to Huygens principle, cylindrical wavefronts emerge out from slit S, whose sections have been shown by circular arcs. Here, solid curves represent crests and the dotted curves represent troughs. As SS1 equals SS2, these waves fall on the slits S1 and S2 simultaneously so that the waves spreading out from S1 and S2 are in the same phase. Thus, S1 and S2 act as two coherent sources of monochromatic light. Interference takes place between the waves diverging from these sources. At the lines leading to O, P2 and P2', the crest of one wave falls over the crest of other wave, or the trough of one wave falls over the trough of another wave. Then the amplitudes of two waves get added up and hence intensity becomes maximum. This is called constructive interference. At the lines leading to P1 and P1', the crest of one wave falls over the trough of another, or the trough of one wave falls over the crest of another wave. Then the amplitude of two waves get subtracted and hence the intensity becomes minimum. This is called destructive interference. So on the observation screen, we obtain a numbers of alternate bright and dark bands parallel to the two slits. The displacements of two light waves from two coherent sources S1 and S2 at point P on the observation screen at any time t are given by y1 equals a sin omega t and y2 equals b sin omega t plus phi, where a and b are the amplitudes of two waves and phi is the constant phase difference between two waves. But according to superposition principle, the resultant displacement at a point P is y equals y1 plus y2, which equals a sin omega t plus b sin omega t plus phi, or a sin omega t plus b sin omega t cos phi plus b cos omega t sin phi, which becomes sin omega t a plus b cos phi plus cos omega t b sin phi. Now we can consider a plus b cos phi equals r cos theta and b sin phi equals r sin theta, which are equation number 1 and 2 correspondingly. Then y equals sin omega t r cos theta plus cos omega t r sin theta, or r into sin omega t cos theta plus cos omega t sin theta. Thus, the expression of resultant displacement y equals r sine omega t plus theta. This is the resultant wave of amplitude r. While squaring and adding equation 1 and 2, we get r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta equals a plus b cos phi whole square plus b sin phi whole square. After expansion, a square plus b square cos square phi plus 2ab cos phi plus b square sin square phi. Now RHS can modified as a square plus b square into sin square phi plus cos square phi plus 2ab cos phi. Now the equation becomes r square equals a square plus b square plus 2ab cos phi, which is equation number 3. After taking the square root on both sides, the amplitude of the resultant wave r equals root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos phi. While multiplying k with equation number 3, we get kr square equals ka square plus kb square plus 2 root ka root kb cos phi. Since intensity proportional to amplitude square or intensity equals constant into amplitude, the above expression becomes I equals I1 plus I2 plus 2 root of I1 I2 cos phi. This equation gives the total intensity at a point where the phase difference is phi. Here I1 and I2 are the intensities of light coming from the individual sources S1 and S2. The total intensity also contains the third term 2 root I1 I2 cos phi. It is known as interference term. For constructive interference, cos phi equals plus 1. For this, phi equals 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, etc. Since phase difference of 2 pi corresponds to the path difference of lambda, therefore if p is the path difference between two superimposing waves, then phi equals 2 pi p divided by lambda. So 2 pi p divided by lambda equals 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, etc. Or p equals 0, lambda, 2 lambda, etc. In general, path difference for constructive interference is p equals n lambda, where n equals 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Hence, the resultant intensity at a point is maximum when the phase difference between two corresponding waves is even multiple of pi, or path difference is an integral multiple of wavelength lambda. This is the condition for constructive interference. So, total intensity at a point during the constructive interference is I equals I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 I2. This we can write as root I1 plus root I2 whole square, which is the maximum intensity I max. Now the square of the amplitude r square equals a square plus b square plus 2ab, which we can write as r equals a plus b. This is the expression for resultant amplitude. For destructive interference, cos phi equals minus 1. For this, phi equals pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, etc. Since phi equals 2 pi p by lambda, the expression becomes 2 pi p by lambda equals pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, etc. Or p equals lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2, 5 lambda by 2, etc. In general, p equals 2n minus 1 lambda by 2, where n equals 1, 2, 3, etc. Hence, the resultant intensity at a point is minimum when the phase difference between two superimposing waves is an odd multiple of pi, or the path difference is an odd multiple of lambda by 2. This is the condition for destructive interference. So the total intensity at a point during the destructive interference is I equals I1 plus I2 minus 2 root I1 I2, which is root I1 minus I2 whole square. It is the minimum intensity I minimum. Now the square of the amplitude R square equals A square plus B square minus 2AB. Then resultant amplitude R equals A minus B.